You guys want to hear the most woo story that I've ever heard and read about? Because it still makes me laugh till this day. So, when I started my journey with Theta Healing to get certified as a therapist, there was a lot of things that I was reading that I was like, one, scared, two, didn't believe, three, was just like, this is really out there, and I don't know if I like even want to continue this journey, even though I had used Theta Healing to help me. Makes no sense, right? But anyway, I decided to go for the certification and finish the course. It wasn't until the advanced DNA certification, which was like a whole year later from that first certification, that I like read one of the most like funny, but at that point was still very unbelievable for me. So the creative Theta Healing Bayana is telling her stories of how like she encountered and what she had learned as far as like the seven planes, because that's how Theta Healing is, or what Theta Healing is based on. So she's talking about the second plane, and the second plane is like minerals and like natural spirits, and this is where like the fairies live in. And I had to like reread it and then still listen because I have the audiobook and I have the book. And I was like, there's no way like this happened. So she's talking about how she had her first encounter with fairies, which she was taking a shower and she was shaving her legs, and then um, fairies come in and ask her like what she's doing, and she just tells them like intuitively like, I'm a human, so I'm shaving my legs. So then the fairies go away, and then so that's her first experience. She did not believe in fairies that much at that moment, and had been like trying to contact them, but nothing was working for her. So she goes to another seminar, does another certification, does another workshop. I don't remember which one it was. So she is driving back, and she decides that she's going to cleanse her crystals, and there's like running water. So for those of you that don't know, cleansing crystals through natural running water is like one of the best ways to do it. She talks about how she's cleaning these crystals, or she's cleansing these crystals, and then like two fairies show up again, and they try to like take her crystals away, and it's like this little boy fairy that says like, give them to me, and she's like, no. So she's like fighting. And the way that I just imagine it, I can just imagine Vaiana sitting by the edge of the river fighting with these tiny little creatures that look like hummingbirds that are trying to take her crystals, and she's trying not to fall into the river. And then like, I'm assuming it's kind of like Mother Earth comes into play and tells the fairies to leave her alone. So after that, she like thanks the creator, cleanses her crystals, and runs back to her car. But I still think about that story a lot. I don't know why, because I just found it to be like the most woo woo thing out of the entire two books that I read about Theta Healing and her extraordinary like stories. I totally went blank. And I've been practicing Theta Healing for years now. Like that story was like so like embedded into my brain because it still makes me laugh just thinking about Vaiana just being that. But I just thought that was like the most woo story that I've ever heard, because I myself didn't believe in fairies. I haven't had an encounter like that, thank God. And I don't want to, and I don't mess with fairies for the same reason. Fairies are not evil, they're not bad, they're a little mischievous, and they like to play little tricks on you if you allow them. But that Vaiana story still makes me laugh till this day. But yeah, I thought there was a little woo woo in the very beginning, and till this day I still find it to be the most woo woo story, because I just can't. I just imagine her just sitting there. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you or tell you about.